Good afternoon, everybody. Nick from Michelangelo Farmhouse. I'm back in the garden. This is one of our 2 tomato boxes. The other one's right behind me. We've had as many as 3 tomato boxes before, but we decided to go with just 2. Last year, we had 2 boxes of like cherry and grape and pear tomatoes, and then another box separately that had only Roma tomatoes. And we just had so many, we ended up with like probably 200 pounds worth of tomatoes, and that was like not counting all the bad ones. We also have wild tomatoes that grow on the compost, so my wife wanted me to get 2 more. Whoops, bless it, I just broke this not too long ago. I got 2 more Roma tomato plants, and I'm going to plant them here, and that is it. I'm going to do that. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a walking tour, kind of an update, because since my last video, hopefully you got to see that video. I'll link it up here. We still have the 4 really long boxes, the ones that had the chives in them. I'll show those to you in a second. But I still got a lot of work to do in there. For those of you who may not have known, we have all of our own dirt and compost that is in 2 gigantic piles in the back. And we're able to just use that. We don't have to have dirt delivered, and it is super nutrient dense. Pretty. It's very nutrient dense, and it's like super awesome because stuff just grows. It holds moisture so well, and I rarely need to really worry about it. I mean, I do water it, and especially in June and most of July, it rains a fair amount. Not as much in August, I feel like. I don't know. It depends on the year, kind of. That didn't take very long. These guys are tiny. These guys need a little bit of rain. I am not going to water everything right now because I think there's a slight chance of rain later. And if it doesn't end up raining, I will just water the whole garden. It kind of needs it. But yeah, this is just decaying. Like with the compost, it really turns into something special. So let's move on. Here's our other tomato box that is now finished, and they're growing pretty tall. A box full of our peppers, maybe green peppers and jalapenos. Got our lettuce put in. Over on that side, I think we're gonna do seeds. So when this stuff grows and then we eat it all, then it'll be in time for the seedlings to start growing. This over here, those are not seed sprouts popping up, and that's just weeds. I gotta pull that. Got some eggplant here. There. Swiss chard there. Over here we got our cabbage. We're gonna try and make some sauerkraut for the 3rd time this year. Maybe 4th time. It gets ruined every time. And here we got our marigolds. Some of them are having a little bit of a rough time. Hopefully they perk up once they get a little more water. And then we got the cucumbers over there. I'm gonna put those in right now. You know what's one totally weird thing about putting all of this on YouTube? Is the fact that, like, when I see other YouTubers doing things, whether it's like what I'm doing or anything with animals or talking about anything, I'm always like, whoa, these people like really know what they're doing. And I know that's not true for everybody. But like myself doing this, like just showing other people. I guess it's not brain surgery to do what I just did there. It just seems weird to have this thing that I'm doing, and I've been doing this farm and garden and whatever since 2018, knowing literally nothing, and I still feel like I literally know nothing. And I know that's not true. I've learned a lot about a lot of different things. Like I can build this. I built this entire garden, actually. I can take apart a lawnmower. I've learned how to use a lot of different kinds of power tools. I know how to take care of livestock. But I still, on a daily basis, feel completely useless about a lot of things. So part of this YouTube journey for me is just going to be kind of cataloging all of the things I don't know. Hey, Ruby, no. Ruby, you stop it. She's digging around in some of our compost. Bad girl. You come here. You say hi to the YouTube. Come here. I don't know if you can see her, but here's Ruby. There's going to be a video on the dogs at some point soon. You don't eat my lettuce. Still going with these marigolds. The sheet right here is to block the afternoon sun. The sun is so intense here in summertime between like 3 and 5 o'clock. Well, like I should say between like 2 and 7 in the afternoon and evening. And it comes from that way behind me. And it basically just cooks everything. And since this is our lettuce box here, we're using this just for some partial shade in the afternoon because it wilts the lettuce pretty good. So trying to protect it. We haven't really done this before, but it's going to be a solution we're going to try this year. So in the years we have done this gardening thing, there actually has not been that much faith that has been put into me actually planting. Usually it's I pull the weeds and get all the dirt ready, make sure all the boxes have sufficient amount of compost and dirt in them so everything else can happen. And my wife does all the planning and figuring out which plants we need, and then actually planting them. Kind of doing the fun stuff, actually. Sounds like I've been getting the bad part of the gig here, but my wife is away on vacation and it is up to me to keep the garden alive. So there's been a lot of faith that's been put into me to getting the last of the plants in and keeping all of them alive, and all the animals and all the children too. So life of the single bachelor farmer. All right, let's go plant more marigolds. This is a very important box because our cabbage and our Swiss chard always gets eaten. Actually, maybe not so much the Swiss chard. I feel like we always have a crap ton of Swiss chard. But this cabbage does get eaten, so hopefully the marigolds will deter some of the pests. That would be wonderful. Whatever the pests might be. I think sometimes it's been the worms, and then other times the deer have come by. I think the bunnies may get in here too. So hopefully these little orange guys can deter them from eating it before we can get to it. Look how pretty. I'll give you a little yellow friend to hang out with. Let's go get one. Yeah, I'll give him this guy. Oh, sugar. Oh no. Okay. Well, this is turning out to be a very long video. I was thinking it was going to be like maybe 2 minute long video, but that is not going to be the case because I still wanted to show other stuff, I think. All right. It's enough gardening for the moment. We shall be back. It is the next morning, but later in the day I was able to get a few of the cucumbers in the ground. There's some over there, and a few of them looking sad over there. It rained quite a bit last night, so I'm hoping that we'll bring them back to life. And here's a couple more. All right, thank you for watching. Hope you got some entertainment out of my crappy attempt at gardening, but like I said earlier, I'm still learning. If you liked the video, go ahead and like the video. If you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and do that, and we shall catch you guys in the next one. Freaking Venus always comes in here and takes a dump.